Dear students, in the last video we studied the quantization of charge. The formula Q equal to NE. On the basis of this formula we studied the number of MCQ questions, marks for the 1 marks or 2 mark questions we studied. Now moving ahead, we are going to see the Coulomb's law. See, this is the next topic, that is Coulomb's law. What we know that suppose we are having the charge particle, suppose we are having the same charge particles, like charge particles Q1 and Q2, suppose, right? What we know that these two charge particles will repel each other, means this charge particle will repel to this and this charge particle will repel to this charge particle. Means we can say that the repelling force is present between these two charge particles. Suppose we are having another two charge particles, one is positive, one is negative. What will happen? In between these two charge particles, there is an attracting force. These two charge particles will attract each other. Means we can say that the attracting force is present between these two charge particles. In both cases, the force is present. The force is present. The force may be repulsive, force may be attractive. The magnitude of force that can be calculated by the Coulomb's law, right? So Coulomb is the scientist who gives us the magnitude of force between the two charge particles. Now see, the Q1 and Q2 are the two charge particles, maybe positive, maybe negative, maybe both positive, both negative, whatever, don't worry. The Q1 and Q2 are the two charge particles. They are separated by some distance, suppose R, right? So Coulomb states that the statements of Coulomb's law, the Coulombian force between these two charge particles is directly proportional to the product of their charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them, right? So here we are going to see the mathematical statements of Coulomb's law. This F is known as the Coulombian force, right? Or also known as the electrostatic force. Why it is known as electrostatic force? Because it is the force between two static charge. That's why it is known as the electrostatic force. This force is directly proportional to the product of their charges Q1 and Q2. And the force, this Coulombian or electrostatic force, is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Combining these two equations, we can write F is equal to or directly proportional to Q1, Q2, inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Now, this is the proportionality symbol, right? So, F equal to, now the proportionality symbol is converted into the equal to sign. That's why we will put a one constant over here, and that is small k, right? Constant over here, it is a small k Q1 and Q2 divided by this R square. What is this small k? This small k is known as the Coulombian constant, right? It is known as the Coulombian constant. We will write where this small k is known as the Coulombian constant, right? Coulombian constant. The value of this Coulombian constant for the practical purpose or for the numerical base, we are writing 9 10 to the power 9 SI, right? At last we will solve what is the SI unit of K and what is the dimension formula for Coulombian constant. There may be a question in the MCQs, find out the dimension formula for K, that's why we will solve it separately. So this is the Coulombian constant 9 10 to the power 9 SI, or also we can write K equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon 0, right? 4 pi epsilon 0. Now, what is this epsilon? So, epsilon 0 is known as the permittivity of free space, right? We will write permittivity of free space. Epsilon 0 is known as the permittivity of free space. Okay. So, the value of epsilon 0 is equal to 8.85 10 to the power minus 12 SI. Again, we will solve the SI unit of epsilon 0 and we will find out the dimensional formula for epsilon 0 at the end of this topic. So, putting the value of k in equation number 1, what we will get? So, F equal to, we will write 1 divided by, instead of k, we will write 4 pi epsilon 0, q1, q2 remains as it is, divided by r square. This is our second equation. Students, here the equation F equal to 1 divided by 4 pi q1, q2 by r square. This equation says that, or find out the magnitude of force between the two charged particles when these charged particles are kept in free space, right? Now, in this case, these two charged particles are kept in free space. Now, the question arises in our mind, what happens if the medium of these two charges is changed? So, now the case number 2, we are going to say that if these two charged particles, suppose we are going to keep in water or kerosene or oil, what happens with that force? Force reduce or increase? That we will see next. See. What we are studying? The two charged particles Q1 and Q2, we are keeping in another medium, right? They are in a different medium. They are, suppose they are in a somewhat medium, suppose they are in water, kerosene or whatever. Separation is same. Separation is same. Distance between them is r. So, according to the equation number 2, yeah, so from equation 2, right? We will write F equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 divided by r square. What is epsilon? Epsilon is the permittivity of given medium. Here, whatever the medium is given, the epsilon is the permittivity of given medium, right? So, this is the new force that will be denoted by, let us suppose, F dash or F1, whatever you can write. So, this is the equation number 3. What is the relation between F dash and F? That we can calculate by taking the ratio of equation 2 and equation 3. So, see here, suppose taking the ratio of F dash and F. So, F dash equal to what? 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon into, that is Q1 Q2 divided by r square. What is the value of F? We know that. What is the value of F? Equal to, we will write like this, 4 pi epsilon 0 divided by 1 into r square k Q1 Q2, right? So, this 4 pi get cancelled, Q1, sorry, print mistake. Sorry, the Q1 and Q2 get cancelled. So, this r square get cancelled, right? So, F dash divided by F equal to epsilon 0 remains epsilon 0 by epsilon. So, this is the equation number 4th. This is the equation number 4th. See, but what we know that, but epsilon divided by epsilon 0 is known as the ER, epsilon R, it is known as the relative permittivity. Epsilon 0 R is known as the relative permittivity, right? Or also known as the capital K. This capital K is known as the dielectric constant. Before this, we wrote a small k, that is Coulombian constant. It is capital K, it is dielectric constant. So epsilon divided by epsilon 0 is equal to K. So put this value, equation 5, put the value epsilon by epsilon 0 equal to K in equation 4. So here epsilon divided by epsilon, here epsilon divided by epsilon 0. So we will write 1 by K over here. So put equation 5 in 4. Okay, putting the equation 5 in 4, f dash by f equal to 1 by K. Keep in mind capital K is dielectric constant. So f dash new force, that is new force F equal to, this F will go over here. So F into 1 by K. So we can say that the new force, this F, this new force is 1 by K times the original force. So force will be reduced over here. So we can say that F dash equal to F into 1 by K. The new force is the 1 by K times of the F. So this is our final equation. We can write equation number 6. Right here the question is ends. There may be a question for 2 marks. Discuss the Coulomb's law or explain the Coulomb's law. For that purpose, you have to write up to this. Okay. The next, I told you, we are going to find out the SI unit of K. See, SI unit of small k. I told you this small k is known as the Coulombian constant. So we have to recall the equation F equal to K Q1 Q2 divided by R square. We are going to find out the SI unit of K. So make the formula for K. K equal to F into R square divided by Q1 by Q2. Right? What is the SI unit of force? We know that it is Newton. This is the R, distance. We will write it meter square. Distance are measured in meter. So Q1 and Q2 is the SI unit of Q1 is Coulomb. Similarly, SI unit of again charge is Coulomb. So we will write Coulomb square. So rearranging the equation, that is K equal to finally Newton meter square per Coulomb square. This is the SI unit of Coulombian constant. This is the SI unit of Coulombian constant. Now we are going to find out the dimensional formula for K using the equation, this equation, dimensional formula for K. Right? See, what is the dimensional formula for F? That is equal to mass into acceleration. For the mass, we will write m raised to 1. For the acceleration, we will write L raised to 1, t raised to minus 2. This we have studied in standard 11. So distance, again it is measured in length, so you will write L square. Q1. What is the dimensional formula for Q? That we will solve. See, what is the basic definition of current? I equal to Q by T. So Q is the charge over here. So Q equal to, we will write I into T. So dimensional formula for charge Q equal to S, that is dimensional formula for current will be A raised to 1 and dimensional formula for time will be T raised to 1. So dimensional formula for Q, that will be A raised to 1 t raised to 1, right. So, putting the values over here for 2 times, that is a raised to 1 t raised to 1 2 times, correct. See, the dimensional formula for k will becomes like this. See, m raised to 1 l raised to 3 t raised to minus 2 divided by a raised to 2 t raised to 2, solving this. Now, taking the terms upper side, m raised to 1 remains as it is, l raised to 3 remains as it is, t raised to minus 2, this t raised to 2 becomes t raised to minus 2 when it come upward. So, it becomes t raised to minus 4 and a raised to minus 2. So, this is the dimensional formula for Coulombian constant k, right. So, this is the question, maybe MCQ find or 4 options may be there, find out the dimension, what is the SI into of k, what is the dimensional formula for this k. So, we have find out the answers. As I told you, again we are going to find out what is the SI unit of epsilon 0. I told you epsilon 0 is the permittivity of free space. So, recalling the equation, f equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 divided by r square. To find the dimensional formula for epsilon 0, make the formula for epsilon 0 1 divided by 4 pi f, right, f q1 q2 by r square. First of all, SI unit. What is the SI unit of epsilon 0, right? See, SI unit. What is the SI unit for Q1 and Q2? That is Coulomb. Q1 Coulomb, Q2 also Coulomb. So, that is why Coulomb square. Downside, 4 pi constant term. What is the SI unit of force? Newton. What is the SI unit for distance? That is meter square. So, what is the SI unit finally? Coulomb square per Newton per meter square. This is the SI unit of epsilon 0. Now, the dimensional formula for epsilon 0. See the equation epsilon 0, right? See this equation. From this equation, we are going to calculate the dimensional formula for epsilon 0. See, C equal to Q1 and Q2. Already we solved the dimensional formula for charge, that is a raised to 1 t raised to 1. 2 times we will write, divided by 4 pi constant term, that is why we are not writing the dimensional formula. F means m into a. So, m raised to 1, acceleration L raised to 1 t raised to minus 2, r square, that is L raised to 2. Solving this, a raised to 2 t raised to 2, right. Next, m raised to minus 1 L raised to minus 1 t raised to plus 2 L raised to minus 2. M raised to minus 1 we will write first, m raised to minus 1. Next, t raised to after m we will write L raised to, that is minus 3, L solved, right. Next, t raised to plus 4 and a raised to 2. So, this is the dimensional formula for epsilon 0, correct. So, in this way we finish the topic, that is Coulomb's law. In the next video we will study the vector form of the Coulomb's law. Thank you.